Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1977 Adler Universal 200 vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. This thing is an absolute beast. Probably about as big as it comes when it comes to desktop typewriters. Alright, let's start with the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the pages straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. Margins are behind that. This is your left margin. I'm going to set this close to 0 to 1 or 2. Right one on about 80 or 90. That's about the length of a page. Pretty close when you have elite typeface. This is the paper support arm that flips up like a switchblade and telescopes even further. I'm going to keep that on the default. And this is the paper bell that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit the slide space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, you just flip this switch forward. It skips 1.5, one more, it skips 2. That works good. We're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the left side here. You flip that all the way up to the top. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. And when you have it all the way down, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that all the way up for red. Very nice. It's got the Adler Engineering, Western Germany. Print looks really good. It's got elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. So it's a little bit smaller than the average, which is Pica 10 characters per inch. And this typewriter is meant to just stay on your desk. It's not meant to be moved around at all. It's probably the most powerful typewriter in this genre. Super heavy and sturdy and powerful. You can type on this thing all day and night and won't do a dent in this thing. It's just made for office workhorse writing. We're going to move that color back down for black and pull the page out by switching. There's a switch on the right side here. It's a paper release. It allows you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put this down. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Tab on the top side here. So this is pretty unique. As far as the tab goes, you have to end somewhere. You can't just hit the tab. So it's got a few set, but you can't just hit the tab and then keep going. Because if you don't stop somewhere, so like that, 11, I got them set on 10 space intervals. So if you don't stop somewhere, it does that. So you either gotta stop all the way at the end or whatever tab you set, and then it resets the pull. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to clear all those tabs by hitting the minus sign. There we go. So now we don't have any tabs set. But as you can see, the machine, I don't know if that's by design or not, but if you don't go all the way to the end or stop at a tab, then it'll do that. First machine I've ever seen. And I went through it, and I don't know, I haven't even researched to see if that's even supposed to be that way, because I was just able to figure it out. But, so I'm just going to set a few of these just so that you don't have to worry about that. You just hit the tab button, if it stops, then you don't have to worry about that. So, backspace on the top right works good. And MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It allows you to go all the way to the end. I think that's it for the keyboard. This top panel comes up like that. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's going clockwise to the right. If you want to switch the direction, you flip the switch on the inside here, and flip it to the right, pulls to the left, you flip it to the left, pulls to the right. So that was the end of the margin. So you can take the whole carriage off by just flipping these forward and then lifting it up. Like that. The whole carriage comes out and you can get in there and clean it out, do maintenance or whatnot. And then there's two prongs underneath there that go into the two holes. And then you just lock it back like that. And it's back in. So that's really convenient. And then this just pops on with these two prongs. All hard plastic, except for this bottom part. It's all metal. It's super heavy. It probably weighs about 45 pounds. This is your carriage release on the right side, above the knob here. Super smooth. It's got the Adler engineering. If you want something that's super industrial and basically a luxury typewriter, you have to get this one. This is what you need. Very nice and smooth. And this lever here, if you flip it forward, it disables the spacing. So you can get to an exact spot on the page. You flip it back, you get the clicks. You kind of just click with a half a space. Same concept if you push in this button here, disables the spacing. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.